morning, dear students. How are you all? Welcome to the computer class. Today we are going to study about chapter number 8, and it is computer safety and security. Computer, we know what is a computer. A computer is an electronic machine that we use for our task. It takes input, process it, and it gives us the output. Now, computer safety. Okay, computer safety means here we are going to provide some safety measures for the computer. Okay, so that we can prevent it from unauthorized access. Okay, safety measures we need to take care about at every place where we are living, if we are moving anywhere, if we are traveling, if we are using the cell phone, if we are using any TV, means whatever we are doing, we should have a safety measures for everything. In the same way, here we are keeping some safety measures in our mind so that we can discuss about it. Okay, now computer safety and security. So here the computer safety is the first topic of this chapter. So what do we mean by the computer safety? It is the protection of the computer and its resources. Resources are keyboard, mouse, speaker, CPU, hard disk, webcam, whatever be the parts of the computer, they are the resources of it. So the protection of computer and its computer based resources, we need to prevent them, we need to fight against the unauthorized access. Here we are keeping some safety measures in our mind so that we can prevent our computer and its resources from unauthorized access, and it is known as computer safety. Okay, so I am writing it. What do you mean by computer safety? Okay, computer safety. It is the protection of computer and its computer based resources, computer based resources against the unauthorized access. Unauthorized access means the person that is not the authorized user will not be able to access the computer with the help of computer safety. Okay, computer safety and security we are able to provide in 3 ways. Okay, we should keep 3 points in our mind, and then we can do our computer safety and its security. Okay, so computer safety and security can be done in 3 ways. In how many ways we can do it? We can do the same in 3 ways. The first one is keep the computer. At first we should discuss. First is keep the computer physically fit. Okay, we should keep our computer physically fit. Physically fit means we should clean the mouse, we should clean the keyboard, we should clean our computer monitor. Okay, the cleaning purpose are considered under the first point. Okay, they are there in the first point. Okay, now the second is we should prevent unauthorized access of our computer. So we should protect our computer from malware programs. What are malware programs? They are the kind of the virus programs. So we should protect our computer from the malware. The third one is we should keep the backup of the important files. Okay, we know this very well that whatever be the important information and the documents for us, we should keep it safe. And how can we keep it safe? Because we have to provide we have to keep the backup of of the file. So in this way we can keep it safe. Suppose the information is in our computer, so it will be corrupted, it will damaged. So if we are having the backup of the file, so easily we can have the information and it will not be deleted, it will not be damaged. So in the three ways we can keep the computer safe. The first one is keep the computer physically fit. Here what we are doing? We are keeping the computer physically fit. Okay. The second is we should protect the computer from malware. Okay. Protect the computer from malware. Okay. We should protect our computer from malware. The third one is we should keep the backup of the important files. Okay. We should keep the backup of important files. Okay, in the three ways we can keep our computer physically fit. The first one is keep the computer physically fit. Second is protect the computer from malware, and the third one is we should keep the backup of the important files there. Okay, so let's discuss about the first point, keep the computer physically fit. How can we keep the computer physically fit? We can keep the computer physically fit in three ways. The first is to clean the mouse, second is to clean the keyboard, the third is to clean the monitor. These three are the main parts of it, and we should clean these all parts. Okay, so first is clean the keyboard. The first is to clean the keyboard. Okay, so we should clean the keyboard, and how can we clean the keyboard? We should clean it with the help of a soft and dry cloth. Okay, and why we should remove the dust particles from it? If we are removing the dust particles from the keyboard, so it will work properly, because sometimes underneath the keys the dust particles comes and they interrupts the key to function properly. Okay, so we can clean the keyboard and then we can keep the computer physically fit. Second is to clean the mouse. What is the second one? Second is to clean the mouse. Okay, how can we clean the mouse? In the same way we can clean a mouse is a pointing device that needs to be cleaned. Okay, so we can clean the mouse with the help of the soft and dry cloth. Mouse are of two types, and what are these? They are optical mouse and mechanical mouse. What is optical mouse? Optical mouse is a mouse that is having a LED there. What is it is having? LED, light emitting diode is there. It is not having the rubber ball that needs to rotate. Okay, and what problem occurs with the dust particles if we are not cleaning the mouse? So the screen, or the you can say the mouse is like this. Okay, so the optical sensor of the mouse will not work if it gets struck by the dust particles. The next one is the mechanical mouse. The mechanical mouse is having a rubber ball downside of it. So if we are cleaning it, so it will work properly. The third one is clean the monitor. The third one is clean the monitor. Okay, we are cleaning the monitor, and if we are cleaning it, so we should follow some instructions. The first is we should shut down the computer. While we are cleaning it, we should unplug the computer wire so that the electric shock will not occur. Okay, so here we should follow the two instructions, shut down and unplug. So we can use the cleaner to clean it. sometimes you should not use the glass cleaner because some monitors are there who gets damaged if we are using the liquid cleaner for it. So we should keep all the safety measures in our mind, then we can clean. So the first point about keep the keyboard, keep the computer, keep the mouse physically fit, that we had discussed. Now second is to protect from unauthorized access or malware. Okay, protection against unauthorized access. We should protect our computer from unauthorized access because they can misuse it, they can leak the data, the main information that is inside the computer. The first point that we should discuss about is authentication. What is authentication? What is authentication? Authentication is a legal process, okay, that verifies the user identity. What it do? It verifies the user's identity and then after he or she can access the computer system. Okay, authentication, it is a way to verify the user's identity and then after the user, he or she can use it, can access the computer system. Okay, it is a way to verify the user's identity so that he or she can access the computer system. Authentication involves few steps or you can say few ways so that we can verify the user's identity. The first one is password protection. What is the first one? The first one is the password protection. It is one of the way to authenticate the computer system. The first one is password protection. We should keep password for the computer system so that if a user that is unknown, that is not a legal user, can't access the system. Because if the legal user is using it, so he or she know the password and then they can access the computer system. But if they are the unknown persons, if they want to access the unauthorized session and unauthorized access to the computer system, so they will not be able to access it. So we should keep a password for the computer. Like in our phone, we should keep some password for it. We are using some patterns, some pin codes we are using so that any unknown can't unauthorized access the mobile. Okay, so in the same way here we should keep the password protection. Okay. Second one is about the biometrics authentication. What is second one? Second one is biometrics authentication. What happens in biometrics authentication? Biometrics authentication is having few parts. The first one is face recognition. What is the first one? First one is face recognition. What it do? It recognizes the face of the legal user. Okay, the one who have encrypted the face, so the same face will be identified by the computer system as well as in the phone, and the phone will get locked easily and we can access the computer system. Okay, in the computer system also, if we are using the face recognition option, so we should have a webcam for it. Otherwise we can't keep the face recognition biometrics authentication there. Like in our phone, if we are having or if we have set the face recognition, so we can easily unlock it with the help of this easy option. Okay. The next one is about iris recognition. What is second one? Second one is iris recognition. Okay, the part of the eye iris that is we can use to authenticate the user easily, and the authentic user will access the computer system. So for this also we should at first set the iris recognition in the system, and then it will save it in the database. Okay, and at last if we are using it, so it will verify the user's identity and we can access the system. Next one is retina recognition. These all are the parts of biometric authentication. Okay, next one is retina. These are the veins inside our eyes. So if we are encrypting, if we are keeping these all as a recognition in our system, so we can easily unlock our data, we can easily get verified with the help of this simple 1-2 second way. Okay, so this is also a part of the biometrics authentication. Okay, these biometric authentications we are using so that we can easily access the computer system there. Okay, and any unknown user that is not there, they can't or they are not able to use it. The next one is thumb recognition. It is also a part of the biometrics authentication. If we are using our thumb, our finger as a recognition, as an authentication, so we can also keep it. So these all are the parts of our human body and they are unique. They can't match with anyone others. So we can keep these all as a safety measure. Now the next way is to encrypt and decrypt. What is it? Encrypt and decrypt. The process is known as encryption and decryption. What are these two? Encryption means suppose our data we are having in the original form and we are converting it in a code form so that the user will not be able to read it, access it. Okay, and how can we encrypt the data? Suppose our data we are having like call, this is the word suppose, so we are encrypting it. How suppose we are encrypting it? I am increasing it by 2 letters C, so C D E, okay, E, A, then A, B, C, L, then L, M, N, N, M, then M and O. The third letter E, F, G. Okay, so in this way I have encrypted this data so the user will not be able to access it, and the one who is the receiver of it know that how can we retranslate, how can we convert the coded form in the original form. He know it, he know that we have to precede 2 letters behind. So C, then E, D, then C. Okay, then A, then L, L, M, E. Okay, so these are the coded forms. So if we are converting the data in the coded form, so the processes are known as encryption. The data that we had converted in the coded form is known as encrypted data, or we can write ciphertext. CIPHERTEXT. Okay, so I am writing the definition of these. Encryption, the process of converting the data and information in coded form to authenticate it here. What we are doing, we are encoding, we are converting the normal text in a coded form, okay, so that it can be authenticate the encrypted text. The encrypted text is also known as text. Okay, and what is decryption? decryption. Is decryption? Decryption is a way to decrypt the data, means to change the coded form into the original form. So the process of converting the coded form into the original form, okay, is known as the decryption. So what is encryption, what is decryption, it is clear to you all. Let's take one more example for it. Suppose we are keeping the code in a numerical form. Suppose it is 14689. Okay, so we are converting it into the coding form. So how we are converting it is the way that we are using. Suppose I am going to increase the letters by 5. Okay, so 1 plus 5, 6, 4 plus 5, 9, 6 plus 5, 11, 8 plus 5, 13, 9 plus 5, 14. Okay, so in this way we can encrypt the data, and if we want to decrypt it, so we will subtract it, and the way to encrypt it will be given to the one who is receiving it. So he will subtract the 5 from each one, and in this way they can decrypt the data. So they are about encryption and decryption. The third one is to keep the backup of important files. What is the third one? Keep backup of important files. Keep backup of important files. The process to keep the backup of the important files we can do so that our data will be longer there, they are not get deleted there. Okay, suppose the system gets damaged, so our important information can get deleted, so we can keep the storage of them online. Okay, so we can keep the storage in two ways. First is store in hard disk, where we are storing in hard disk. Second is we are using online storage. Okay, if we are going to store in hard disk, so we should purchase a hard disk for it. Okay, then we can transfer our data in the hard disk, and then we can keep it safe for a longer period of the time. Okay, what is online storage? In the online storage we should store our file on online space like Google Drive. At that place we should keep the backup of our important files, and if we need to keep it back, so in any system we can open our ID and we can access the data easily. Okay, so these are the two ways to keep the backup of the important files. First is to store in external hard disk, that is external, we should plug in, we should plug out, and the second one is online storage. Okay, So today we had studied about the computer safety measures, 3 ways to keep the computer physically fit by cleaning the mouse, cleaning the keyboard, cleaning the monitor. Second is to protect from malware by the password protection, face recognition, iris recognition, retina recognition, thumb impression, and we can authenticate it with the help of encryption to change the data in coded form, decryption to then at last change the coded data in the normal form, and the last is to take the backup of the important files. Easily we can keep the backup of the important files, and then anywhere anytime we can access the data that are important for us. Okay, so you all will watch the video at home, and then you will do the question answers as will be given in the homework. Okay, thank you.